OC, huh? I suck at filming. It's been like 12 days, 13 days, and I've just been dropping the ball on that. With Gail going back to work from maternity leave, things got a little bit more hectic than I was expecting. Did a bunch of work on the 240, which we're going to talk about in a minute here. I've been just dailying the Envoy, like I said in the last video with Envoy's exhaust. The tank is roughly half full. Now it's down to like 1/8 of a tank, so it was half full with 89. I have to drop the tank so I can actually do the Walbro 450, the install kit, and the Snake Eater 1000s. I still have yet decided on the regulator and if I'm gonna ditch to like faster rails with an aftermarket regulator that I have laying around or not. We'll talk about all that. That's gonna be coming up videos as soon as it's down to basically empty. Hopefully next day or so we're gonna do a video on dropping the tank, modifying the basket slightly, installing the 450. Yes, sorry. Thanks for likes and comments. The last video did great. One of the best videos I've had view-wise. You guys are the best. New subscribers, thank you. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, which a lot of you are, go hit that button down there right now. Thank you, thank you. If you do. If you don't, keep watching anyways, I don't care. So like I said though, with the 240, I didn't end up filming as much as I wanted. Filmed a little bit here and there. The family time over the last, week and a half, 2 weeks has been fantastic. Absolutely just fantastic. This is gonna be a little bit of a rambletron to start. We went and did some, adventuring, some hiking, brought the baby out, got him out. It's been fantastic weather in Washington lately, so, just living life, loving life with my family. It reminded me how much I miss doing things with my family. So, not saying I'm not going to be, building cars or anything like that. It just reminded me, I used to build four-wheel drive stuff so I could specifically take my family. I've always wanted to start drag racing, legit drag racing on a strip, not on the street. Still do some street stuff, but more on the strip because it's kind of family oriented from everything I've been around at events and stuff like that. Everybody is there with their families, barbecuing, stuff like that. So, outside, I made a decision yesterday-ish, day before, and had an opportunity arise that kind of blew my mind. But we're going to talk about it in a second. So, I really want to be able to drift with my family. The 240, that was my dream S13. I've had 11 S13s now. That one with the Sylvia front, the Works, the SR, clean body on the outside. If it had interior stuff, I would have been so much happier. But the cage killed it for me. I can't have back seats in a caged car like that. I can't take my kids, can't put a car seat in it. I can have me and one passenger. And even then, I street to most of my events, and carrying my spare wheels eliminated having a passenger. So then I'd have to have everybody follow me, which is not a big deal. Having people follow you is not end of the world, but it makes things difficult when you want to do a lap with everybody in the car and stuff like that. So I've really been thinking about getting a car that is full interior, something more of a street car that I can still drive to events and drift and have some fun with. So with that opportunity arising and something just kind of popping out of nowhere, I talked with a guy and we ended up making a deal, and I no longer have the 240. So let's go ahead and throw in a little bit of B-roll and show you what we have now. So this is the new to me, new to the family, JZX81 Mark II. It is essentially an X8 Cressida, what we would have gotten in America. Japan, you got JZX chassis. Super simple, super clean street car. It does have a little bit of damage. This fender isn't perfect. It's actually kind of totaled, and that marker light is non-existent anymore. The under headlight piece is actually what you heard me step on earlier. After, getting rid of the 240, I've just been spending the last few days cleaning up around the house, finishing up a bunch of the house supply things. I ended up trimming out some of the windows in my bedroom. And then I got a hold of this thing, and Oh boy, I'm in love. I mean, I have Toyota tattooed on me. Clearly I'm a Toyota guy. And this is my first JZ, so not just JZX, this is my first actual JZ, so that is a big plus. Drift Motion single kit with a whole set. You know, still stock 2.5 liter 1J. Nothing done to it really at all besides front mount. It still has the fan cooling stuff and everything, so there's a lot of little things I want to do. It needs an e-brake, obviously. I want to do like a Clio or something. That'd be pretty nifty. I am looking for a passenger fender and marker light. If anybody has one or knows anybody with them. I want to keep this car as clean as possible, so the e-brake install is going to be a GK Tech. Use parts from them, and I'll probably either do an inline. I may fund out the cash here for a dual caliper. We'll talk about that. Bug on my screen. But you know, I just want to keep this very, very clean, very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up, and we're gonna listen to it, take it around the block, do a few rips and pulls, let you guys hear it. But that is after I want to go ahead and knock. It looks like there was probably a wastegate something here, an actuator of some sort they shaved. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I already tested it to see if it would work, but I wanna go ahead and get the rest of that powder coat off. Make it a little more mine, and I'm feeling keep this black silver two-tone theme going on the car, and that gold just doesn't sit well with me. It's on some Battles, BC coils, TRD LSD, I think it's a 1.5 way. I may end up getting rid of that and going welded. We'll talk about all that later. So we went ahead, knocked that all out. Wasn't, you know, not a big deal. There's still some of the powder coat left in some various areas. If and when the turbo comes off, I'll take care of that. But I mean, for a quick glance, you can't really tell. I dig it. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car up because I want to hear it again, and I'm gonna pull it out the back. Actually, out back, it is out back. I'm gonna pull it around out front. My allergies are kicking my butt. I've sneezed. I have a bunch of SR parts, valve cover, manifold, some wastegate stuff ahead, ARP head studs, random miscellaneous stuff. I think an intake manifold, the manifold off of the car before I built my manifold, a bunch of random stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all that. While we're talking, let's go ahead and just actually set you guys up real quick and get this positive battery post on. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and that scared me. That scared me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing moved. I wanna hear it. I wanna let you guys hear it. I wanna make sure it runs again. I checked the fluids. I tidied up a couple things, cleaned up a couple things. I wanna probably do a battery relocation kit because I don't like where that's at. I'm gonna get some sort of hood prop. I already got a Broadway mirror on the way. The usual stuff. I will probably do some sort of steering wheel extender. Ta-da. Go ahead and close the passenger door and hop in and fire this bad Johnny up. Get it, ooh, smacked the spares. Get it pulled out, and I'm already on the hunt, like I said, for a seat. I'm probably gonna order GK Tech Hydro tonight. I was thinking PBM, but I don't know. Okay, see. Not bad. Make sure that's neutral. So it has an AEM True Boost gauge that someone modified into the stock clock place. I think I might have talked about that already. It's pretty legit. It's one of the more rare optioned cars, I'd guess. It's a digital cluster, AEMX series. It does have side wipers and all that stuff for the side windows. All of that works. Everything in the interior actually works great. Yeah, I want to keep this car as clean as possible. It has a nice stereo. I'm going to keep that. I'll probably put a subwoofer in the trunk. I'm probably going to move the battery to the trunk also. You know, various little things. I just want to get it to be something I enjoy and I'm happy with. So why wouldn't I go through and do all that? Let's see, does the stereo actually work? Clearly I haven't tested the stereo because I'm an idiot.
Democrat for people.
Oh, hey, the stereo works. Cool. Turn that down, so I gotta practice my demonetization shit, right? But this is awesome. To adjust my heater settings, you know, it's old JDM, you know, it's just, I'm so happy. It's so legit. It's cleaner than anything I've ever had, and I can tell I'm rambling because of it. I love all the Japanese stickers for all the, you know, the kilometer inspections and all that stuff, and it beeps at me when I put it into reverse, like it thinks it's in reverse, even though it was an automatic car, obviously, to begin with. Which brings me to the point of there isn't actually a spot for an e-brake. It was probably right there. I'm guessing that's what that was, probably a spot to, you know, do the e-brake. So that means we're going to be doing some sort of very clean stealth, you know, just something very clean. I want to keep it, you know, I want to get the wheel a little closer to me. I might do a different wheel. Actually, where's the tilt on this thing? Now that I'm sitting in here, let's go. Oh, hey. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, but a little closer to me might be nicer because I'm kind of tall. But that's all dependent on the seat, obviously. Like I said, ramp truck. Let's get this thing outside. Short shifter. Let's go around the block. It's not the quietest, but it's also not the loudest car I've had, so I'm not mad by any means. I keep going to do the turn signal and doing the wiper. You gotta remember right-hand drive. And you guys fell over. Sure you guys don't fall over this time. So funny how this thing beeps at me that I'm in reverse. Like it's automatic still. But let's go get a sound clip and let's see about possibly maybe a little donut. And I think I'm gonna take the thumbnail while I'm out of here. So. Not this video, but one of the next ones, I'm gonna mic up the exhaust out of the fender and stuff because I'm really keen on those clips. I love those. AFRs are rad. Doesn't get hot. It runs great. I gotta get used to right-hand drive. what gear you're in at all times. And if you feel like you're not in the right gear, yeah, it's a really shitty feeling. But let's get the thumbnail right here. This is a cool little spot. Oh, there's trash and stuff everywhere. Gonna suck. Let's take it down. Cool thumbnail, and then let's go do a donut. I haven't done one in a week or so. So, let's get a little sound clip. We got a little outside action going. Let's get a little inside action going too. Bit of a tune, I can tell. I think, oh, I'm at like a quarter tank of gas. That might have been part of that. Not as much angle as the 240. I need to remember that also. But let's see if I can. The other camera, I'm such a dork. Alright, I should probably drive away, so let's go. Cruising home, everything feels fine. Just did the wipers again. God, I gotta get used to that. Oh, that's not off. I always do the wipers instead of the turn signals still. Right hand drive life, right? I need an e-brake. I need more seat time in a heavy car because I'm used to light, snappy. And that's a huge transition in this car, is there's body weight. Like I hucked it into that corner with, well, obviously with no e-brake either, and I was on the brakes getting it to turn around and swing, and that was just an interesting feat to say the least. It's just really heavy and I'm not used to that, but it's fun, so I can't complain. I thought that was a cop back there and I was like, uh-oh. I was doing big boy smokers, probably don't want to see a cop. But so, gonna cruise back home, get back there, dinner and stuff like that with the kids and the old lady now that she's home. And yeah, then we'll end this video out though. Ooh. R154, don't downshift into first while you're rolling. That's something I've noticed, is it always grinds just a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and give this thing a nice little... I love how that sounds. I've always been a fan of how JC's sounded, but this thing, whew, boy, oh, this sounds great. Oh, I was so nervous doing those donuts and stuff like that. Yeah, I have barely like an eighth of a tank of gas, so that was probably why it was a little bit mad at me swinging it around like that, but my allergies are just killing me today. It's just fantastic. Get home in this hole, and we'll see you guys in a bit. So we're home from that drive. It was fantastic. No leaks. Everything looks great. Need to get the last little bit of gold off the back of that, but I mean, I don't know about you guys. I dig it. I dig it. It looks a lot better. I want to do something about the battery. I do have a few little wiring bits left over from various other projects, 240, etc. I may throw 150 amp breaker in where the positive was. Just ground this side, run a new ground cable in the trunk, and do a battery relocation. Maybe? I don't know. Or I may just get a better battery, because that one just sucks and is old. And plus I want to have it mounted down all legit. Like I said, I want to do a Koyo. I'm probably going to do... Ooh. This is why I'm a parts hoarder. Inline sensor block for water. That will be where we're doing our temp gauge. I do have a Super Access Blitz tuned ECU for that, so we may talk about looking at getting the capacitor replaced on that instead of doing link. I only want to make like 400 wheel with this, 450, 500, 550, somewhere around there. I don't want to make it the world like I do with the Envoy. Envoy, 4 digits. I would need 4 digits for the first time in my life. That's the point of the Envoy. I may be getting rid of the Cummins boy, the 50 with the Cummins that sits out front. Maybe getting rid of that actually in the next, hopefully soon, talking with one of my old bosses about swapping it for some LS's and a 4L80E 2-wheel drive, which would be fantastic, because then we could do more stuff to the Envoy to get it to do a wheelie, because that's kind of what I want to do. But like I said, Snake Eaters and 450. We got the Aeromotive 380 that I'm probably going to throw into the Mark II, which is what we're just going to start calling it, the Mark II. But I mean, I love it. I don't know about you guys, I love it. Park Fest is coming up at Pat's Acres in Canby. It's a 3-day event. I may try and squeeze in 1 day if I can get a seat and a hydraulic e-brake in time setup. I don't want to do inline. I kind of want to do, Excessive sells a Honda Civic caliper kit for X8s. Sounds kind of funny to say, but I may do that. But like I said, I'm rambling and I don't want to get too much in one episode for right now. This is just a short little recap of we're back. We're going to start getting some more daily stuff going because we have a new mission. Dad drift car. We got the Dad drag car, and I just stepped on a piece of metal for the Mark II. Oops. But we have the Dad drag car, we have the Dad drift car, and then we have all the hot rods. Like I said, if I get the Cummins out of here in the next few days and I can get a couple LS's, the 64 with bags will get one probably, and then the 55 will get another one. The 55 I just want big cam manual trans, that I just want to run and drive for the wifey, but it's all stuff for later. If you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, toss us a message if you want to something, make fun of me, I don't care. I'm tired. I'm gonna go in my house and have a nice pot roast dinner with my family. And with that, Average Joe channel out.